Hello pilots! At the beginning of a round escalation you can usually choose between the Cricket, Compass and the Chicane. The cheapest airframe is the Cricket, and so I would like to show in this video how a successful operation with the Cricket on the BDF side can go. My destinations are in the south. The plan is to start the Cricket from K92 highway strip and fly south. First I will encounter a radar station that is protected by a SAM position. In order to have less stress during the course of the mission, I would like to neutralize this SAM position first. To be able to saturate the SAM positions with missiles I use linchpins. Then to the west of it are two vehicle depots, each of which is protected by a SAM unit. The two SAM positions also have to be eliminated, so that I can carry out the attacks on the primary targets, the vehicle depots. I will try to destroy one depot after the other with bombs. I have two bombs on the wings. On the way back I want to destroy a column of tanks to protect K92 highway strip from their attack. 6 AGM-48s should be sufficient for this. The difficulty in the mission is not to be attacked or even shot down by another fighter jet or helicopter. I do have flares with me, but only in limited numbers. Radar-guided missiles should not be a problem. At Sandrift further south there is a bolt strike, but I should be able to avoid its attack. And the opposing jets rarely have radar-guided missiles with them at the beginning of the round. First of all, it should be said that I needed several attempts until it went as shown here. Each mission is a little different every time, which is part of the appeal of the game for me. I try to find cover in the mountains to avoid detection and to have the opportunity to find shelter for incoming missiles. A compass circles near my targets, which is probably also targeting me. So I get ready to dodge its attack. The compass shoots an infrared guided missile at me. I reduce the thrust so that the engine can cool down a bit, which makes it difficult for the missile to see me. In addition, I throw off hot flares, so that the missile loses me as a target and heads for the flares. Fortunately for me, the compass doesn't deal with me any further, so I can set course for the first SAM position at the radar station. At a distance of 7 kilometers I climb to get a line of sight on the target. And at a distance of about 6 kilometers I shoot for linchpins at the SAM position. Even if the SAM unit were to manage to fire 3 incoming missiles, one should still hit the target, which should be enough. After firing the linchpins I make a turn to avoid getting into the combat area of the SAM unit, which is at 5 kilometers. After the first SAM position has been destroyed, I focus on my next target, the SAM unit at the first vehicle depot. I make sure to take cover behind the mountain. Further south there's a bolt strike and I don't want to have to dodge its missiles. Also, at this SAM position I turn off immediately after firing the linchpins. I got too close to the SAM unit, so it was able to fire a missile at me. I try to find cover behind the mountain and drop a few flares. That should be enough. What remains is the last SAM position. Again, fire the missiles at a distance, turn away and maintain the line of sight. After neutralizing the ground-based air defenses, I get ready to bomb the vehicle depots. I turn over the tanks, which don't hesitate for long and shoot at me with their 12.7mm machine guns. They do mediocre damage, but the cricket doesn't mind, so I can continue the approach to the depots. I make sure to fly low above the ground so that the bolt strike near Sandrev cannot catch me. One vehicle depot has been bombed, so I'm gearing up for the next one. I notice the chicane flying north and quite slowly. If it flies away from me in a direct line, I could hit it with my remaining linchpins. However, it makes a left turn. Linchpins are not so agile that they would still score. So I turn away from the chicane and devote myself back to the second depot. The second bomb also destroyed its target. Now there are 4 tanks left that I want to attack with the AGM-48s. I have to hit the tanks from behind, they are not very armored at this spot. So I maneuver the cricket into an appropriate position. Furthermore, I make sure to fly low above the ground to avoid the bolt strike. On the first attack attempt, I don't like the angle of attack. The tanks are just before a bend. This can lead to me not hitting them from behind, so I fly a circle and align myself again. This time the angle of attack is better, so I shoot a missile at each tank. 2 tanks were destroyed in the attack. There are 2 tanks left and I still have 2 AGM-48s. So I try another attack. With a bit of luck, the AGM-48s hit and destroyed their targets. I'm very satisfied with the course of events. I was able to destroy 3 SAM positions, 2 vehicle depots and 4 tanks in one mission, which should flush a lot of money into the coffers. So I can summarize that the cricket has enormous destructive potential if you're lucky. If the opponent had been more vigilant, the compass or the chicane could have caused me big problems. But it worked. With a minimal investment in the cricket, I was able to earn enough money to afford another airframe or donate troops. Anyway, the cricket is making big leaps. I now jump back into my beloved chicane, fly safe.